When you use my promo code ARNETT, you'll get 20% off plus free international shipping and 2 free gifts.
Shave them balls.
That's 20% off plus free shipping and 2 free gifts.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So I had a request to check out a video called "When Scottie Pippen Outshined Michael Jordan." This is a Johnny Arnett video. Slipped past me about, well, it looks like it was about 10 months ago, so that's probably why. But yeah, I heard it was very interesting. I don't know the context outside of, I guess these are going to be individual games where Scottie Pippen performed better than Michael Jordan. There's probably not going to be that many of them, but I am interested if there's any of these that happen in crucial situations, like in the playoffs, in the finals. But we'll find out. Anyways, as always, shout out to Johnny Arnett. Fantastic channel, one of my favorites. Y'all know this. I'm going to link his original video down below in the description. So if you want to check out this video without me, or you want to just go over and subscribe to his channel, check out his other stuff, the link is right there for you. Everybody else, please leave a like to this video. Helps push it out, and I appreciate you all every single time you do it for me. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We'll talk as we go. Fine, I'll say it. Best intro in all YouTube basketballs. Someday I'm not going to say it, but I'm still going to think it.
If you ask me, one of the most controversial and polarizing players in the history of the game is the Chicago Bulls 6-time champion small forward, Scottie Pippen. Believe it or not, there were many times where Pippen was the biggest man on the court and showed that he had the balls to lead Chicago when Jordan couldn't. That's why today's video is brought to you by Manscaped. With the holiday and gift-giving...
Okay, all right, Manscaped, everyone. Yeah, with Pippen, I think of literal Robin, how sometimes Batman falls, and it's Robin's job to catch the bad guy. You know, not all the time. It's usually Batman doing it, but once in a while, Batman's got some like psychotic gas or something, and he's tripping out. And there you go. There's your code, Arnett. All right, everybody. Let's do this.
When you use my promo code ARNETT, you'll get 20% off plus free international shipping and 2 free gifts.
Shave them balls.
That's 20% off plus free shipping and 2 free gifts with promo code ARNETT at manscaped.com.
2 free gifts,
Some
1 for each
act
ball.
like he was the only reason Michael Jordan was ever successful. And some even go as far as saying that he was the true GOAT and the player who was most responsible for the Bulls' 6 championships.
No, that's just blasphemy.
Seriously, these people actually exist.
I'm here to remind you that Scottie Pippen is the greatest player of all time. Scottie Pippen is the GOAT. Scottie Pippen is the GOAT. What? Scottie Pippen is the GOAT. Oh, no. Man. Revisionist history. Wow.
Then there's the other side of the extreme, which is the narrative that Pippen was not a legitimate superstar and was a guy who was carried to success because of Jordan's greatness.
He was the greatest number 2 of all time. I'm not gonna keep saying it, but that's it. He was the best number 2 dude, as far as like he fit Jordan perfectly.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not a person who leans toward either extreme, as I fully recognize that Jordan was the best player on the Chicago Bulls in 80 to 90% of the games they played. But I gotta say, I'm seeing too many people today diminish all of Pippen's contributions that may have ultimately been the difference in whether or not they won various championships. Today, I'm highlighting the instances where Scottie Pippen outshined his teammate Michael Jordan during their championship runs. And let me know in the comments whether or not you believe Scottie Pippen gets enough credit for these performances.
I mean, the thing is now Scottie gets so much credit, and it's in that silly way where, you know, like Scottie Pippen's the GOAT. Scottie Pippen was better than Jordan. Jordan never won without Pippen. All these narratives have been spun that makes me almost a little defensive, because I used to give Pippen a lot more credit, but now I see that it's gone too far. So I don't think it's Pippen not getting enough credit anymore. that's the thing of the past. Maybe in the 90s, in the early 2000s, we did that. I didn't, but I think maybe that was going on. Now, I think he's getting too much credit. So it's time to reel it back in a little bit and remember that he was the number 2 guy. You know, it's like saying McHale is better than Bird. You don't do it. You know, McHale was a key factor to Bird's success. Yes. But McHale was not a better basketball player than Bird. I don't know anybody who's got Kevin McHale in their top 5 all time. I got Bird in my top 5 all time. And that's no disrespect to Kevin McHale. Same way it's no disrespect to Scottie Pippen. They were key elements to dynasties.
So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, Game 3 of the 1997 NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz. Everyone remembers Michael Jordan's legendary shrug game, where he tied the NBA Finals record for the most three-pointers made in a single game. Well, no one ever mentions the fact that Pippen broke that franchise record just a few years later. On that evening, Pippen was sniping at an all-time great rate, as he made a total of 7 three-point shots. On the evening, Pippen finished with 27, 4, and 4.
7 of 11 shooting. Nice. Okay, so him playing that type of basketball, though, it took away from his normal game, which ensued some more assists and rebounds, especially rebounds. So I wonder if Jordan compensated for that. I would expect now to see less points by Jordan, but more rebounds and assists, because Scottie basically took Jordan's role this game, which is okay. Let's see if it balances out.
On 54% shooting, to Jordan's 26, 6, and 3 on 41% shooting. Ultimately, Scottie's valiant effort was in vain, as the Jazz won the game with a final score of 104-93.
Well, and that was going to be the next key factor, was did they win or not? Because when Jordan went off on all those threes against the Blazers in 92, they won.
Next up is Game 5 of the 1991 NBA Finals against the Los Angeles Lakers. Once again, this was a contest where the majority of the credit went to MJ, as he trusted his teammates down the stretch and leaned heavily upon John Paxson to make open shots when Jordan kicked it out to him. But again, no one ever mentions how Scottie was the top performer in their first championship clinching game. On the night, Pippen had 32, 13, 7, and 5 steals on a true shooting percentage of 59%.
Damn. That's all I'm going to say about that game. Damn. 32, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals. Yeah. We know who the MVP of that game was.
Compared to MJ, who had 34, 10, and 5 steals on a true shooting percentage of 57%.
Oh, that's just a beautiful, beautiful 1-2 punch. MJ did his job, his normal job, and Scottie just elevated to a crazy level for a game. That's got to be an easy. Well, that is an easy win. That's one way to win a championship, boys. Well done.
Thanks to this dominating performance from both players, the Bulls won with a final score of 108-101.
Yeah. Imagine if Pippen could have done that every game. Holy crap. If Pippen could have got you 30 points a game while still getting like 7 to 8 rebounds, 7 to 8 assists, and shooting around 50%, and Jordan was doing that, see you later, league.
Next is Game 6 of the 1992 Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
At this point in time, the combination of Mark Price and Brad Daugherty made the Cavs legitimate title contenders.
Yeah, shout out to both of them, but especially Mark Price. You don't get nearly enough respect, sir.
And they were no easy out for Chicago. You would think that the Bulls star who closed it out with an efficient scoring performance and earned their second straight trip to the finals would have been Michael Jordan. But in this case, it was actually Scottie, who dominated basically every aspect of the contest, as he dropped 29 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and 4 blocks on 48% shooting.
Dude, that's great. That's like 86 or 87 MJ style numbers. Except for, a few more points would get him there, but still, that's damn impressive. On 42 minutes. Very, very good job, Scottie.
compared to MJ, who had 29, 8, and 8 on 37% shooting. Thanks to this complete controlling effort from Pippen, the Bulls won the series with a final score of 99-94.
Yeah, that seems to be when they're at their best. If MJ still gets his numbers, does his normal thing, but then Scottie elevates to a supreme level, you know they're going to win the game at that point.
Next is Game 2 of the 1993 Eastern Conference Semifinals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. In search of their first three-peat, the Bulls once again found themselves in a matchup with an impressive Cavs team. In this case, it was a more well-rounded team effort for Chicago. But make no mistake, Pippen was the player of the game in this one as well, as he dropped 19 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 steals on 53% shooting, while MJ had 18, 5, and 6 on just 44% shooting.
Wow, they both actually did not play that great.
Ultimately, the Bulls won with a final score of 104-85.
Okay. So then the story lies, what happened with the rest of the team? Because they only accounted for 40 points. 40 or 40-something points between the two of them. So the rest of the team gave you 64 points. That must have been a fun game to watch. Because I bet everyone was just firing on all cylinders. That's cool. That one I wouldn't really say was a Scottie Pippen outshined. I would say the Bulls team outshined the Stars. So the rest of the Bulls outshined the leaders of Scottie and MJ this game.
Now you can't really say that Pippen saved the 1993 championship with this performance, because the reality is the series was never really in question, as the Bulls swept the Cavs 4-0. But regardless, there's no doubt that Scottie definitely did his part in their trip to the finals. The next one is Game 3 of the 1993 Eastern Conference Finals against the New York Knicks. Whenever these two rivals met up, it was guaranteed that there would be plenty of intensity and a physical style of play.
Love it.
Because of this, these contests were often low scoring, with lower field goal percentages. But that wouldn't be the case for Pippen on this night, as he brought his A game and put up strong numbers of 29, 4, and 4 on a lethal 83% shooting.
10 of 12.
While MJ had 22, 11, and 8 on a terrible 17% shooting from the field.
What was that?
11 and 8 on a terrible 17% shooting from the field.
Oof. So he made up for it in defense, rebounds, steals, that kind of stuff. But yeah, he couldn't buy a bucket. I wonder if they were trapping the hell out of him this game.
Thanks to Scottie carrying the
that's a double
offense,
team.
the Bulls won the game.
Yeah, Scottie's wide open. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
From the field.
So look
Thanks
at this.
to Scottie.
Yeah, where's the attention at? They're hounding MJ like crazy. And guess what? Mr. 33 right now doesn't have a guy on him because his guy is up here.
Carrying the offense, the Bulls won the game with a final score of 103-83.
Stats are stats, but context is always key on this stuff for me. But good job, Pippen, because if Scottie wasn't scoring those buckets, then it would be all for nothing. So, yeah, good job closing there.
Next on the list is Game 3 of the 1996 first round against the Miami Heat. It was yet another series that the Bulls were heavily favored to win, but on this night, Pippen especially made sure that there would be no upset. Like many times in his career before, Scottie was an absolute force on both ends of the court, as he put up dominant numbers of 22 points, 18 rebounds, 10 assists, and 3 blocks on 50% shooting, while MJ had 26, 3, 2, and 3 steals on 43% shooting.
Wait, I kind of zoned out and I was watching the basketball footage. 22 points, 18 rebounds, 10 assists. He got a triple-double there. 1 steal and 3 blocks. Damn.
At 26, 3, 2, and 3 steals on 43% shooting. Miami never stood a chance, as Pippen's triple-double led Chicago to a 112-91 victory.
Blowout.
Last on the list is Game 3 of the 1996 Eastern Conference Finals against the Orlando Magic.
Revenge.
Most of you off the top of your head know how this series went. The 72-10 Bulls swept the 64-win Orlando Magic.
I love how Jordan scored 45 because 45 ain't 23, that whole line. And he even missed, I believe he missed a free throw at the end to make sure that it stayed at 45 because they swept them. It was no contest. Savage.
And usually, the narrative was that Michael Jordan executed his revenge after being eliminated by the Magic the previous season. But on this night, the revenge was all Scottie's, as he put up 27, 6, and 7 on 79% shooting, while MJ had just 17, 7, and 4 on 36% shooting. This performance from Scottie is especially impressive when you consider just how low scoring the affair was, as the Bulls won the game in dominating fashion 86-67.
Yeah.
Again, let me be fully transparent and say that if I was to make a video about the playoff games where Michael Jordan outshined Scottie,
this would go on for 20 hours.
then that video would be 1 to 2 hours long. The point of this video is not to diminish MJ's impact as a perennial championship leader, but rather it's to emphasize the impact of the great Scottie Pippen, whose contributions are often far too slept on. And regardless of your opinions on him since his retirement, his resume as a winner certainly deserves the respect. So what do you guys think? What is Scottie Pippen without Michael Jordan? And what is Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen? I look forward to hearing your answers in the comment section below. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Great video, Johnny. Man, I'm getting tired of it, though. I'm getting tired of this crap. Because you know what? I just want to go back to how it was. Jordan and Pippen were my favorite duo of all time. I mean, Shaq and Kobe, you have an argument for that. But, you know, these two won 6 championships together. They played completely different basketball. One was, a scoring assassin. One was more of a playmaker. And they both were hounds on defense. One played bad cop as MJ. One played good cop at Pippen. He was buddy-buddy with everybody. And they made it work. So I'm tired of people using Scottie to bash MJ. And I'm also getting tired of using MJ to humble these Pippen comments. You know what? Pippen was great. Pippen was awesome. He was the perfect number 2 guy, the perfect support for Michael Jordan. Exactly what he needed. Just like Phil Jackson was exactly the coach, and Tex Winter had the exact system that this Bulls team needed to succeed. They're all really important. I just don't want it to ever take away from Jordan's greatness, but it shouldn't. Everybody who's ever won anything had a legit system and legit support. But I don't want to hear the Scottie Pippen's the GOAT stuff anymore. Like, I don't care if he's your favorite player. I don't want to hear he's the GOAT. It's just, that is so disrespectful to so many great players. Like, it's insane to me that this kind of thing is being thrown around. So I don't want to disrespect either of them. They're both fantastic. My favorite duo of all time. Scottie Pippen, you're somewhere in the top 100 of all time. MJ, I got you as number 1. Neither of these statements are meant to be disrespectful. You did great together. You won 6 titles together. You won a gold medal together. You accomplished a ton together. There's no need to compare you two. You are not. That's like comparing Jordan to LeBron James. It doesn't make any sense. They are nothing alike. You can compare LeBron James to more of a playmaker, I guess. You can compare him to Magic Johnson, I guess, and that's still, either you compare him to Magic or you compare him to Kareem, but you don't compare him to the final boss in MJ. And Scottie, I would compare him more to LeBron. Yeah. So I think LeBron and Scottie should be compared against each other. Jordan and Kobe should be compared against each other because they're very similar. Similar mentality, similar play style. They had the same coach, for crying out loud. So comparing Kobe to MJ makes a lot of sense. Comparing LeBron to MJ makes no sense. And comparing Pippen to MJ makes no sense to me. They're not comparable. Anyways, on that rant, I'm out of here. Check out Johnny's channel if you haven't. I love his stuff. Leave this video a like if you haven't done so yet. Unless you hated it, then leave it a thumbs down. If you think Teen Wolf is not the GOAT, then you got to give this video a thumbs down. Everybody, I'll see you soon. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Peace out.